Angelina Lombardo said, and I quote, "Manifesting is making everything you want to feel and experience a reality via your thoughts, actions, beliefs, and emotions." Hi, and welcome to MidLife Power. My name is Gathoni, and I welcome you to walk this journey with me. I am a newbie in the journey of manifestation, although I now realize that I've been doing it all my life. I've been manifesting all my life. We do it all the time, for good or worse. Whatever we think becomes our reality. Our thoughts influence our reality. Our thoughts become things. Somebody else said that, I can't remember who. But until recently, I never used this word. I never used the word manifestation. But now it's the only word I use, Some of my friends have started calling me new age-ish, but that's all right. This is my journey. It's my growth. And this is where I am right now. I've dived deep into learning about manifestation, and I'm trying to practice the things I'm going to share with you today as I grow. Please join me as we manifest our dreams and hopes into reality. I would also like to urge you to note down the things, the ideas that you get, the dreams that you have, the hopes that you have. Note them down and see them manifest. It took me a minute to find out this stuff, but I just now know that everything I have, all my life, all the things I have in my life, I have manifested them. Of course, we manifest every time. But, like the things I have, like my family, my friends, my lifestyle, I actually prayed about them. I just didn't realize then when it happened. I remember, like, when I met my husband, I really prayed for a person with his character, and then he showed up. Yeah, the same thing with our home. I remember we walked around, not walked around, but we spent like 2 years looking for a home. And I remember praying, like, is there not one home that is meant for me? I remember praying that, like, consistently. And then we found our perfect place, where I feel really like our sacred place. And it took about 2 years. But then 2 years is nothing when you get what is meant for you for the rest of your life. Again, I've always wanted to travel. And I remember when I think I was 16 or 17, I had just these ideas that I'd like to travel to see new cultures. And I lived in Kenya. And it's just not easy to, by then, I think now maybe things are changing, but back then, 25 years ago, it wasn't so easy to just get visas to go to these countries I wish to go to. And I had just told myself I'll find a job, work for 6 months, and then travel for 6 months, and then come back home and work. And then I found out that was not easy, but I ended up still living that dream I had prayed about, because I sometimes on a very tight budget, but I find places where I manage to go and just experience different cultures and meet new people. Even the job I had for 9 years, I manifested that job. I just didn't notice when I got these things. I didn't even realize. Actually, it's because I took things for granted. I didn't have time to go back and say thank you. But now I'm so aware that I notice all these, even the tiniest of manifestations happening, I notice. It's also important to remember that things don't always come out how you imagine them, but the end result. For me, the end result, it's that prayer I laid at the altar. Let's dive into the steps and how to go about them. And please note that I continue to grow. I continue to learn. And these are the lessons I've learned so far. Maybe in a year, I will know better. And I'll come back. First and foremost, set your intentions, your dreams and hopes, write them down, and most importantly, believe in them. You have to believe that they can happen and that they will happen. So what is it to manifest? How do you go about it? I can't answer for you because we are all so different. We all want different things. But I think the easiest one is to just look around you, find that what you need and want, find the thing that you'd love to change, and then write it down. I find that when you pray and meditate, I think for me it's actually quite similar, quite the same thing. You will get the answers you're looking for in the stillness of the night or the morning or whenever it is you pray and meditate. And it doesn't have to be long. It can be 5 minutes to clear your head, to remove the noise, to connect with the power of God, the power that actually lies in you. And here you will get the answers. You get time to listen. Another way I find is to listen to your intuition, which I again like to call the voice of God. I am awakening to this idea, especially lately, because I feel like for the longest time we've been taught to ignore our intuition. We've been taught to only go with the things that you can prove, the things that you can rationalize. And then sometimes you have this voice telling you to follow a certain direction, and in your mind, in your head, it makes no sense. You've been taught to do the things that make sense. But I feel like, for me, intuition, it is the voice of God telling you or warning you or showing you a different way or a new way. My good example is actually how I started YouTube. I had never, ever imagined myself on screen. I actually did a video explaining how I came about YouTube, and I will link it in the description below. But the idea came to me as a daydream, like a vision really. Some voices I heard in my head, and those voices couldn't leave me alone until I heeded. And here I am, 9 months later. That voice didn't make sense in a scientific manner in the world that I know. But here I am. The other step is to visualize, spell out what you want to manifest. You can do that by having amazing pictures or words in your mind, by having a vision board, by writing a list. I've written a list on an Excel sheet of things I want to do, be, and have. You can also have like a wish jar. This is another idea I think I saw on YouTube. Just have a wish jar. I wished for myself, for my Christmas present, I wished for a wish jar. And I got one, which is really beautiful, clay pot with a lid. And these, I just take any ideas I get, any thoughts that I feel like, oh, I want to stick to these or I want to follow these up. I put them in, I just write them down in a piece of paper and throw them in the jar and cover it. And then I want to look at it in a year or so. The other thing is to write down your intentions in terms of short term and long term. You can have something, set intentions that you want to fulfill today, achieve today, or see manifest today, tomorrow, in a month, in a year, in 5 years. This is something I've also started lately, and I just feel like I have been living someone else's dream. I am mostly still living someone else's dream, and I'm trying very much to mold my life to the life I dream of, I aspire. And for me, the best way to go about this is actually noting down the things I desire, the life I want to live. And then therefore I move far and far and far away from living some other people's idea of how I should live, and move closer and closer to living the dream, my dream life, the dream I desire. Because sometimes I find out if you haven't written these things down, your day just goes by. You do the things you've always done. But if you have a list, if you have things that you want to fulfill and implement, then you're conscious about it. You live a more intentional life and follow the things that you've written down through, and therefore live more and more your desired life. I hope that makes sense. But that is how I feel for me in this moment. About the same time, I made that list, that one on an Excel sheet in my computer. It's also about the same time I got the idea of doing this YouTube. And I've realized actually that this is one way that is helping me live the life I desire by doing this YouTube. Because when I start researching on the topics I want to talk about, I look back within my life. How do I live my life? Because I'm not going to come here and talk about things I don't believe in or don't practice. Therefore, I am very intentional about the things I'm doing. And when I learn something new, then I start implementing it for me. And somehow it just feels so right. I just feel like I'm living more and more in the life I aspire to live. So, as in, literally, I am learning as I go in most cases. And also, that's why I'm inviting you to join me in this journey, because who knows where we will be in a year. I mean, a year from now, I'll come back and be like, oh my God, those dreams I had, done, you know? Step 2. So once you put these dreams, hopes, intentions down, say them out loud to yourself. And if you dare, say them out loud to the world, but no pressure. I've always kept my prayers and my dreams to myself. And then lately, and they have manifested, of course they do. But then lately, I've found out that if I share with my trusted inner circle, the people who I know love me and vouch for me, actually stuff happens, manifests even faster. Maybe because now I'm so conscious that I really have to see them through, you know, to see the ideas through. Or maybe because this trusted circle sends good vibes to the universe. I don't know, but I believe in doing that. And to be honest, I've actually, in one of the videos I did at the beginning, you can find it, I think it's called My First Day on YouTube. I made a major manifestation there about monetization. I told everybody who will watch my YouTube videos. And actually that also really makes me determined and focused to keep producing videos, even if I'm not in a mood or I'm scared or nervous. So I think there is something in sharing it out to the world. But I really respect and understand if you don't dare yet. If you dare share your dreams, you can write them on a comment in the comment section, and then we will vouch for you. We will pray with you. And if you don't dare, I respect that, definitely. I respect the need to keep things private. And then again, when you say these things out loud, and when you say your thoughts loud, generally, because again, our lives, our thoughts are manifesting all the time. Our thoughts become things. Our thoughts become our realities. So be very mindful of the thoughts that you're airing out. Speak life into your world. Speak positivity into your world. The universe will throw that back at you. You speak negative things, the universe throws that back at you as well. I find people saying, oh, I'm unlucky, oh, I'm a loser, oh, this, oh, that. You know what? This is what the universe hears. It throws that back at you. I keep saying I'm lucky. I am a winner. I am a winner. I can count the things I've won. For one, a good family, a good life, good friends. That's a lot of winning right there. If you ask me how I'm doing, of course I say I'm fine. That's the standard answer. But sometimes you can hear me saying I am happy and blessed. And to be honest, I feel so happy and blessed most of the time. But I think it really means something to proclaim these words out loud. You can say that and then feel bad. I don't know. Yeah. So back to step 2, right? When you put these intentions down, say them out loud. And of course, say positive stuff to yourself. Number 3 step, be specific. People say, oh, I want to be rich. Well and good. Oh, I want to be happy and live in abundance. But what does that even mean? Does having $1 million in your account translate to being rich? Or is it 100,000? Or is it 10 million bucks? Or is it 10,000? Be specific. Again, it's not even always about money. It could be that richness means to you hearing your grandchildren running around the compound, happy, singing at the top of their voices. Be that specific. It could be that richness to you means traveling to a deserted island, to have time to reflect, to do some soul searching. Be that specific. Because also for you, when it manifests, you will be able to pinpoint it. For example, I'm putting this out here, and in any other time I'd think it's too early, but I'll do it. Very recently, I got this idea to buy a piece of land in Kenya and build a retreat center. I have identified a piece of land. I have the idea and the vision in my head. I can see the structures and the buildings, how they'll look. The only thing I don't have right now is the moolah, is the cash. I don't have it in the physical. I know it's there somewhere for me. And this is what I want to manifest. I want to manifest, I am manifesting that vision, that idea I have. And I am definitely praying about it. I don't know if it's the right thing. It's an idea I got. So it's really very young. And it could be a no or a yes or a wait. But I will pray about it. I will meditate about it and see if it happens or it doesn't happen. I'll come back here and talk about it. But that is like very specific. So there, I just manifested something out loud. And I'll challenge you to do the same. Not necessarily loud, but pause this video, write down your intentions, put them somewhere, in a jar if you have, put them in a comment section if you dare, and if you don't, I respect that. But put them down and be specific and truly believe that they will happen. I'm cheering you on. And then after you note that down, and with all the specificity that you can master, figure out the purpose of what you've wished for. For me, money for the sake of money will not make me happy. My purpose is I aspire to live, to reach my highest purpose, to live in contentment, to be happy, to spread love and compassion. That really speaks to me. So I pray that my dreams and my hopes and my intentions are aligned to my purpose. And my purpose aligns to my dreams. No, yeah, I think they're the other way around. My dreams align to my purpose. So find your purpose. The fourth step, is it fourth or fifth? The fourth step is to take inspired action. And here, I will quote for you a writer by name Gabrielle Bernstein. She said, "Manifesting is also known as co-creating because it's a collaboration between you and the universe, which is exactly why knowing what you want is only half the battle. You will not see any results without action." Yeah, that's Gabrielle Bernstein, the author of the book, The Universe Has Your Back. So for me, what does it mean to take inspired action? Saying that you want to have $1 million, it doesn't mean anything. But if you say you want to have $1 million and then you maybe go and buy the lottery, you have a chance of winning the $1 million. And please note, I'm not advocating for gambling or anything. You just, use your money responsibly. You can also take another example. For a writer, for example, if you write books, you wish to have $1 million, then go and write a book. Put it out on the net and sell it. And guess what? Maybe 1 million people buy it. Maybe 100,000 people buy it. Somehow you get your $1 million, but you have to take that inspired action. If you, like me, love to travel, just saying I want to travel doesn't do much for that dream to manifest. But saying I want to travel and going on the net and looking for places that match the criteria you're looking for, you have a chance of finding, discounted prices. For me, I really go for discounted prices, that's what I'm saying. But if I don't search, I won't find the places that inspire me, that I have a chance of traveling, or talk with people who probably know a place, who probably have a free, summer house that you can go and stay and borrow for some time. Take inspired action. Step number 5, you have to let go. Trust God, trust your guardian angels, trust your ancestors, trust the universe, trust yourself, trust whoever you put your trust in, but let go. You can't have this dream and keep clinging on it. When you cling on it, that gives the vibe of lack, as in L-A-C-K, not abundance. And the vibe you send out to the universe, that's a vibe that you get back. I really don't have the science to prove this. I know it has just happened to me. When I speak in abundance, I receive that. When I say I can't and I won't and I will not and I can never, that also happens. Your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts become things. So get these ideas, get these dreams, write them down, be very specific, say them out loud, visualize, and then let go and let God. And yeah, and put in the hours, put in the work. Then let go and let God. The manifestation will happen in most cases in the least way you expected it to happen, but it will happen. As a matter of fact, most people, including myself, don't even realize when the manifestation happens because we're so stuck on the one way of how it should happen. Therefore, connected to the step of letting go is a question on time and trusting the process. And this is where everything gets tricky, because if I want $1 million, I want it now, not in a year or 2 years. And already there, you're vibing desperation. Desperation translates to lack. You vibe desperation, you receive desperation back. You won't get your $1 million. So let go as well of the timing. It could happen in the next minute, 10 days, 1 year. Actually, the sooner you let it go, the faster it manifests. That is from my own lived experience. Yeah, the sooner you let it go, the faster it manifests. I mean, this is a funny example, a weird example. But like when you're looking for your keys or your bottle opener or I don't know, something, and you just can't find it. You really need it and you're desperate and you just don't find it. And then when you just let go, forget about it, continue living your life, you see it. It was there hiding in plain sight all along. That's how I believe manifestation works. Set the intentions and then let go. And don't desperately cling to them that you need it now, here and now. The timing really is beyond your control. Let go as well of that limited belief. The belief that you can't. The belief that good stuff never happened to you. I think it's Henry Ford that said, whether you think you can or cannot, you're right. For me and my life, I choose to believe I can. The sixth step is to stay in the power and the spirit of gratitude. Be grateful for that which you've seen in your mind's eye and is yet to be manifested in the physical world. I don't know, do you ever wonder why you get some ideas and not the guy next door? I think it's because those ideas are really meant for you to implement them. You're the best person to implement that idea. So don't belittle yourself. Don't think you're not worthy or good enough. Again, going back to writing, sometimes I get some ideas and I'm like, oh, this would be a fascinating story. And then I think, how come nobody has ever written about it? It is a simple idea. And then I realize it came to me, it didn't come to other person. And it's because maybe I'm the best person to bring it out to life. So again, I remind myself not to take that for granted, not to belittle myself that I'm not good enough to write that idea, that someone else would be better off doing it. If this dream came to you, if this idea came to you, there is a good reason why. You probably are the best person to implement this. And in most cases, actually, you maybe don't realize it yet. It's probably not just for you, but also for the people around you, that you're the best person to implement that idea. So hold on to those ideas that come to you. Don't let them go. Believe in those dreams. Maybe you're the one who can implement them the perfect way. And lastly, continue to speak positive stuff about yourself, about your loved ones, about the people around you. Oh, it's raining. I hope the raindrops are not interfering the video. Oh my God. Because there's not so much insulation in this room. But yes, let's go to the last point. Speak positively about yourself and the ones around you. There's so much negativity going on. The world is so busy, rumor mongering. There's so many people who are trying to put you down, especially if you don't confirm. Don't join them. Be kind to yourself. Be the force of good. So thank you so much for sitting through. As always, remember you carry infinite power. No matter what they say, you're powerful. And you can change your reality with your thoughts. and you can change the reality of another with your love and compassion. So claim and own your power and use it to show love and compassion to yourself and to those around you. This beautiful planet of ours needs all the love and compassion it can get. Keep shining in your infinite power. For me, I stay forever grateful. Thank you. Thank you.